joining us here today from across the country, around the world, or right here in the Bay Area, we can agree that home is where the heart is. And while we care about that place called home, it can be too easy to forget about doing our part to help protect it. Here at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, our animal ambassadors remind us why it's so important to protect our oceans and the animals that call it home. Our animal care specialists are passionate about this cause, in part because of the close relationship they've developed with our dolphins. And now, sit back, relax, and witness that relationship in action. Thank you so much for joining me here in Vallejo.
Of just how fast tigers can move. Tigers can reach a top speed of 35 miles per hour. Now they're not really long distance runners, they're more short distance sprinters, but they're able to reach that top speed in only 2.5 strides. So their acceleration is very impressive. Next, Kismet's going to head over to the fence line so that she can show you just how big she is by performing the behavior that we call a fence rise. Now, when Kismet's on all four legs, she doesn't look particularly large, but when you see her get up on her hind legs, you're going to see that she stands significantly taller than her animal care specialist, Justin. Now, this is a great way for us to take better care of our cats. From this position, we can get a full 360-degree view of the tiger's entire body, as well as draw blood from their leg vein, which becomes more pronounced due to the added pressure from the weight of standing on their hind legs. Now, Kismet's going to head over to the left side of the stadium so that all of you over here can get that same look at just how big Kismet can be. Now, this position is also a great way for us to administer any vaccinations or medications that our tigers might need so that they can live longer, healthier lives. The average lifespan of a tiger in the wild is only about 8 to 12 years old, but in a human care facility like ours, that lifespan can easily double into the late teens and the early 20s. Next, Kismet is going to head over to our rocks so that she can show you just how agile tigers can be by performing a 10-foot jump from rock to rock. Now, tigers aren't quite as agile as their smaller counterparts, such as jaguars, leopards, and cougars, but due to their large size, they can make a 10-foot jump like that one look pretty easy. And as Kismet heads back the other way, just for fun, how about a big round of applause for Kismet, folks? Now here at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, we feed our tigers over 600 pounds of raw meat per week, and we're the ones who are always doing the feeding, and that gets pretty boring. So I'm joined by Animal Care Specialist Chris to ask all of you in the audience which one of our lucky guests wants to help feed a tiger. Now first things first, we gotta see some enthusiasm. We gotta know that you want it. I wanna see the arms in the air, I wanna see the excitement. I don't know that I'm seeing about excitement. Oh, now that's the excitement that we're looking for right there. Now go ahead and head over to the stairs right here. You're going to go ahead and meet us right here at the bottom of the stairs. Once you reach that first row, you're going to head over to that row. Now Chris is going to put a big piece of red meat on the end of that highly technical specialized device that we call a meat stick. And we're going to go ahead and feed that through, and Kismet's going to do the rest. Great job. How about a big round of applause for our volunteer folks? Now that was pretty fun. And I think we have a little bit more time, so we're going to head over to this side of the stadium to see which one of our lucky guests on this side wants to help feed a tiger. You already know the deal. You got to show us that you want it. How about you in the orange crush shirt? Go ahead and head on down to the first row, and then once you reach that first row, go ahead and head all the way over. It's going to work the same way as it just worked before. Put a big piece of red meat on the end of that meat stick. And then Kismet's going to go ahead and do the rest. Now if you do this just right, you might get lucky and Kismet might have you for dinner sometime. How about a big round of applause for our volunteer folks? And keep it going for Kismet. And attention, so she'll demonstrate a tiger fighting posture. When two tigers get into conflict in the wild, they'll rise up on their hind legs and battle each other because enormous positives in an effort to knock the other tiger to the ground so they can thus gain the advantage. How about a big round of applause for Tasha? That one's for demonstration. Now at some point during the show, some of you in the audience are going to be thinking, well, the tigers are so big, so fast, and so athletic. What's to stop them from climbing out of this enclosure and joining us right here in the audience? Well, I'm happy to say you have nothing to worry about. We are all perfectly safe because tigers are not skilled climbers. Smaller packs had to adapt the ability to climb so they could escape from larger predators. The tigers don't have any larger predators, so they never had to adapt this ability. But what tigers lack in climbing ability, they make up for in leaping. A tiger can jump 10 feet straight up into the air, and Natasha's going to demonstrate that with a behavior that we call a tree hop. So she's going to launch herself into the air, hang on to those 18 gracious up claws, grab that completely, and hit back down for a graceful four-paw landing. How about a big round of applause for Natasha as she leads the circle club? Our brother and sister, about 14 years old, and they are what are known as Ghoul tigers. You might know them better by the name of Siberian tigers, but considering they come from the Redwood River Valley of southeastern Russia and northern China, they are more accurately known as Redwood tigers. This is the largest tiger cat in the entire world. And that's because Amur tigers come from a very harsh or windy climate, which requires them to pack on a lot of body mass to protect their bodies from cold. Now Max and Mishka are both headed over the fence line so that you can see just how big they are. Now Mishka, a female tiger over here on the right, she stands at 7.5 feet tall and weighs up to 350 pounds, whereas Maxim, the tiger over here on the left, stands over 9 feet tall and at its heaviest during the winter months can weigh up to 500 pounds. Now, Max and Mishka are going to head over to the rocks so they can show you that same rock jump behavior that we saw earlier. But this time, there's going to be an added twist because Maxim is going to jump over, or Mishka is going to jump over her brother Maxim to demonstrate the amazing familial bond and trust that these animals share. Maxim and Mishka are pretty unique because most tigers are solitary animals. They prefer to be alone. But Maxim and Mishka, as brother and sister, actually prefer to be together. So it is very unique. And so how about a big round of applause for Mishka? And as Mishka heads back the other way, how about a big round of applause for Maxim, folks? Now, as the show comes to a close...
Come here.
Are they soft or they have
Come in.
Siberians are kind of soft. The Bengals and other cats tend to be more coarse.
Feed the baby.
Good on the bounce.
Get a good look at her, you'll notice that she is covered in quills. There is a common misconception that porcupines can shoot those quills all out, all willy-nilly. That is not true. Those quills are just as attached to her body as your hair is attached to your head. In fact, both your hair and her quills are made out of the same thing, something called keratin. Quillo here is a herbivore, which means that she will eat fruits, and vegetables. Her absolute favorite food is jicama, carrots, and yams. And corn. Can't forget the corn. Quilla here is one of the youngest members here at Discovery Theater. She's about 2.5 years old and she's been doing this all her life. Let's give a hand for Quillo. Her African pattern actually helps them camouflage in the wild. These guys are found in the tall grasses of the African savanna. So those spots and stripes help break up that pattern, helps them blend right on into the natural grasses. Trooper here, as a serval, is one of the best hunters in Africa. These guys oftentimes will have a successful hunt rate of about 50%. Now, that might not sound great to you and me, but for cats, it's amazing. Other cat species are lucky to be successful 20% of the time. So the fact that they are successful so often is really good. Part of the reason they are so successful is the wide variety of food that they will eat. These guys will eat anything from mammals, to birds, to reptiles, to fishes. Whatever these guys can get their paws on, these guys will eat. Now, servals have a cool hunting technique where they can jump upwards of 6 to 9 feet in the air. That's about the height of a basketball. These guys, one reason for this is to help when they flush out birds, they just launch right up and get that bird as soon as it flies away. They also have some pretty short tails, as you might have noticed. That also helps with this jumping ability. As he slowly leaves, you can take a good look. Now, the largest pack in the United States can be found at Yellowstone, with over 30 individual members. As I said, they're native to North America, but there are a wide variety of wolves that can be found in a lot of different places. Wolves used to be widespread. Unfortunately, they had a severe population decline due to conflict with farmers, over livestock, and potential fears. Now, a lot of people think wolves primarily communicate via howling, but that's not true. These guys talk via body language, the position of the ears, the tails, the ruff. Will tell you a lot about them. Now, bats are some of the most common mammals in the world. 1 out of every 5 mammals is in fact a bat. There are over 1,300 different species of bats found worldwide. The only place you will not find a bat is the Arctic, Antarctic, and a few oceanic islands. These guys can range in size from the smallest being the size of a bumblebee to the largest being the giant Malaysian fruit bat, which has a wingspan of over 6 feet. The carding here is probably the second largest species in the world, which has a wingspan of about 4 feet. When he does open those wings, get a good look at them. You might notice that his wing structure is actually very similar to your hand structure. The main difference is that his fingers are a lot longer than ours, and it's all connected by skin. You can say these guys fly via the power of jazz hands. Very fancy. Now, the majority of bats are something called insectivores, which means they primarily eat insects, and those are the bats we find around here. About 70% of all bat species are insectivores. About 30% are frugivores, like Bacardi here, which means they eat entirely fruit. This also helps with the dispersion of seeds, helps spread trees, and helps propagate forests, so it's very important for the environment. Now, some might wonder, is it true that there are blood-sucking bats? And yes, there are. There are 3 species of bats that are considered blood-sucking, but don't worry, they prefer livestock and not people like us. Unfortunately, that is the end of our show. As I said, it's modified due to poor air quality. But if you guys have any questions, want to come say hi to Bacardi, please come on down and ask. Otherwise, have a great day. Thank you.
Closer.
If anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to ask.
Is that a boy bat?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Have you ever been? Wow.
Yes, I have. Many, many times.
Where did you get the food at?
All right, Professor Fishmelt is here. Whoa, Nellie! That made my heart beat right out of my chest. Amazing. Now that's the exact kind of reaction we want. Look at him showing off all 38 of his carnivorous teeth. Now, ladies and gents, you need to take notes because this is the face of pure evil. All right, Brittany. Now, I want you to go ahead and give us your best signature grimacing look. No, it has to be more menacing, more vile, and look, you've upset Professor Fishthroat. Oh. Now, Professor, could you provide us with a better example? And there it is. Now, I was telling you about those 38 carnivorous teeth. That is what you are able to see. Now, we are going to try this one more time, but you know, this time I think I want the entire class to participate. So I'm looking at you in the Batman shirt. I want to see your signature grimacing look. On that one right there. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Great job. Now, what do we think, Professor? Great job. Now that you have down your signature look, it's time to work on your ghoulish roar. Ooh, roar. How disgustingly cute. No, we want a roar. Now, to release a roar with such gusto, the first thing you must do is relax your jaw. Now, the best way to do this is by opening up your mouth really big, just like this. Nicely done. Next, you'll want to stick out your chest and make sure that you're pulling the sound all the way from your diaphragm. Great job. Now that your jaw is relaxed, and your diaphragm stretched, you are ready to let out a big, loud, ferocious roar. Perfection. Brittany, I think you're ready to be tested. Now, what we're going to have you do is give us your signature grimacing look, followed by a loud, ghoulish roar. But in order to pass, your scare must set off a chain reaction of terror that scares me and then my 2 colleagues next to me. Are you ready? I think so. Okay, and go. Roar! Great job! Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for a wonderful lesson by Professor Stroh. What I mean is, you have to be very sneaky. You cannot get caught. Now, I would like you to put your hands together for Professor Flipperfoot. Now, Professor Flipperfoot is going to show us the first technique. Now, this one is the very evasive sneak and scooch. Now, this one keeps you low to the ground and out of sight. It also works those glutes, so it's a great exercise as well. Now, the second is a classic known as the tiptoe. So we're just going to start right here, and you're going to follow our lead. You must be very quiet with each step. And you want to make sure that you look around every corner to make sure no one sneaks up behind you. Whoa, what was that? Oh, it was nothing. Great job. Let's give a big dead hand to Professor Flipperfoot. invest your time here at Ghoul School. We know you have options when it comes to afterlife education, and we're glad you've chosen to be here with us today. Until next time,
Hey, it's starting the spooky show.
Win some food prizes by racing to the top. That's all you gotta do to win, folks.
Oh, that was really good. You got this. Look, you got one more chance. And you guys like to try again
Congratulations. So yeah, pues like it's the red stick or below the red stick. That's like our proud.
Shots. I'm gonna give you the first four right here.
I want the green one.
Yeah? I like the spiders.